Ready. Play.
So I'm here with Jaime Faria. How am I saying your name? Is that okay, Jaime?
Yes, it's fine. It's totally fine, but you can say Jaime Faria.
Jaime.
Jaime.
Jaime in Portuguese. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about today, because it was a interesting match. My heart was in English. We say my heart was in my mouth.
Yeah.
At the end, because it was so close. How was your nerve and how was your heart today?
Yeah, my heart was pumping a little bit also, but at the same time, it gave me a lot of energy to play with the good intensity, the tiebreak, the third set tiebreak. It was not easy conditions today. I thought it was a little bit of wind and also a little bit bad bounces on the court when you do some slices on the zone of the service. It was not that good. But we managed to play a tough match, and at the end, I think I played the tiebreak with a bit more intensity.
Yeah, what happened, because you were leading 5-2 in the third set, what happened between there and 5-all?
Yes, it was only one break up. I knew he was serving better from the second set. So I knew my big chance was at my serve at 5-3, serving not that well. He took his chances, I would say, well, and then I couldn't manage to finish it in 6-3. But I think then it's new ball and kind of both players serving well and going to the tiebreak.
How easy or how difficult is it when you have an advantage that disappears and then you go into the tiebreak? How easy is it to go, okay, I've got to forget that, let's get back to this?
Yes, it was 40-love at 6-5 for him. And I managed to go to a deuce, and I started thinking, okay, maybe it's here. It's 2 points. It's really close. I'm gonna make a push now, but I couldn't. And then I really turned off my mindset and put another ship, and it just went well. Just using my energy, what you were talking about before, my energy that I was feeling in a good way.
Okay, let's talk about the last few weeks, because I think it's fair to say it's been a difficult 6 to 8 weeks.
Yes.
Last time I saw you was in Porto. You've got a new phone since then, that's good.
Yes.
You've got a new haircut as well.
That's true.
But on the court, it's been difficult, because I know you had a wrist injury in Porto.
Yes.
Is that okay now?
Yeah, it's better. I wouldn't say it's perfect, because I'm making a little bit of a push to end the season well. I'm doing my prevent exercise, and it's not 100% well, but it's good at the moment, and I want to keep it that way. It's tough with so many matches, many tournaments, traveling a lot to put it 100% recovered. But now, yeah, it's been a tough times, not winning so many matches. Some new experiences, also going to Davis Cup. It was a nice experience, but 3 losses that made our country go down in one division, but it is what it is. And now, yes, 2 tournaments in Portugal, also first round. So yes, I'm just happy to win this match now and try to build something on this tournament to win some points.
Of course, the Davis Cup was against Norway, and you got to test yourself against Casper Ruud, you know, former world top 5, and also US Open finalist. I mean, the absolute top of the game. How was that match?
It was an interesting one. I felt I had the pressure playing against Ruud, because we were 2-1 down, and he was playing to win the match, and I was playing to secure Portugal to the last tie. So I was feeling the pressure playing against the top 10. So it was a little bit different emotions that I would probably feel in a tournament playing against Ruud. But yes, as I said before, the shirt of Portugal, it's a little bit more heavier, so it's different emotions, and Davis Cup is pretty wild. I think it can happen a lot of things, and I lost a 7-6 tie break in the first tie against a junior, which he was a really good player, and it was by margins that we lost that match against Norway. I think if I had win at least one match. Then Enrique would get the job done in the fifth match. Of course, unfortunate to have Nuno on the team, but he got injured there. Got injured before, so it was a experience and to get better for the next one.
Tell me about Casper's ball. Is it the most topspin ball you've ever received, or I mean, he's famous for his topspin on the forehand side, especially.
Of course, yes. The forehand is. I thought it was a little bit not. I would say at his best shape in the beginning of the match, but when you start to a little bit feel confident, he starts to play better also. So I was trying not to play like fully comfortable for him, changing some balls down the line sometimes, just for him to feel uncomfortable and still feeling uncomfortable. So the match until like 5-4 was not that good, but the level then was a little bit better because he pushed himself up, and his forehand, when you put a little bit more high, he enters the court and boom, it's a winner. It's really tough. It was a tough ball. I don't think it was his best surface. No. Indoor, hard court, and the ball really not jumping that high, but he managed to play better. And the second set, I had no chances at all.
Jaime, I want to know a little bit about life on tour outside the top 100. So, I mean, here's one example, which is, of course, a classic thing. When you're ranked 168 as you are now, or anywhere between sort of 100 or 200 in the world, you're going to go to a slam, you're going to have to play qualifiers. Now, for example, in New York, you travel all the way to New York. First, I think, competitive match since that Porto Challenger, so a few weeks between, I think, 4 weeks. And then you lose in the first round. How does that feel to go all that way and lose so early?
It's tough. It's not the best, I would say, because I think it was my first big travel to play a professional tournament. I traveled to South America to play some juniors, but I was with a lot of time. But I thought we, as a team, my team, we could manage a bit better. I think, of course, playing Porto, and before we played like 3 tournaments, so it wasn't the best conditions, the best moment to go to carry. For example, it was a challenger of. I think everyone played that challenger of preparation before qualies of US Open, but I thought we should have gone there because even if I didn't play that well carry, I would at least adapt a little bit more to the conditions. It was really hot there. In the first 2 days, of course I went there on Thursday, but in the first 2 days I couldn't adapt really well. Only on Sunday I started to practice a little bit more and better, and on Monday morning, first match, I was playing.
Right.
I lose against a really good player, which played already semi-final on that tournament.
Yeah,
Luca Pouille. So it is what it is. It's tennis. It's wild, and I need to adapt. And everybody tries to adapt. But yeah, also Luca. I think he played the tournament before, but lost in qualies. So maybe he was feeling a bit better, but I don't know. It is what it is. My decisions, I don't regret.
Even if you played Kerry, for example, and lost early or lost your first match there, in a way we would say you can get that out of your system, and that's still one more match before you play.
Yes, and just feeling it's a different how we're there. It's a different.
Sure.
It's different conditions. Playing in hard court there, it's different. I think it's better to go. I will try to play a tournament before Australia, so I can adapt better.
Do you know which tournament right now?
I don't know. Maybe we go
Canberra.
Maybe we go Canberra or even in Thailand to do 6 hours and then 6 hours. I don't know. We're gonna choose.
Sure. A little bit more about the Challenger Tour. I'm reading a book right now by an Irish guy called Conor Nyland. He got to 129 in the world, so very similar to your ranking right now. He's retired, and he's just written a book all about what life is like lower down the rankings.
Yes.
And one of the things he mentions is sometimes difficult, finding someone to practice with, somebody to train with, because often he didn't have a coach or a physio. And he also talked about, just being on his own in a hotel in Asia or in somewhere else in Europe or crazy parts of the world, South America too. Are you sometimes on your own when you're traveling?
Fortunately, no, because I have.
Who's with you today, for example? Or this week?
It's my coach Neuza Silva.
Okay, yeah.
It's one coach of the federation, Portuguese federation. So fortunately, me and Enrique, I talk for him also.
Yeah.
We practice at the federation, and all the time they give us the best conditions they can. So every time we travel with a coach, even sometimes with physio. So we in that part we can't even say anything because we are really we have privilege of that. But I know there's many guys traveling alone on tour. It's tough. As I said, for me it's not a problem, but I can imagine because where is he from? Where did he
Irish. He's from Ireland.
Okay.
So
okay.
if he was from the UK, I think he would get more support, or he would have got more support.
Okay, but I don't know the Irish Federation, but I know it's tough and traveling around alone, and it's not. Of course, sometimes you said, of course, the practice. The coaches get your practice set up, your schedule set up. They advise you, so you don't need to think about that.
Sure.
And it's really important that you are comfortable, because traveling alone at my age, it's tough, but I would say I'm not ready for that still, but I will for sure do in my career.
I mean, being Portuguese right now, I mean, you know, you'll often be playing tournaments where Enrique, for example, your good friend Rocha, will be playing, so you'll always have a practice partner probably, right? Because he coming from Ireland, you know, depending on what you know, maybe he didn't always find someone. He retired, by the way, 10 years ago, so he's
really.
Yeah,
I don't
No.
know. But
He's not super
good
well
player
known,
for sure.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Another thing about the Challenger, you know, whether you're 100 or 400 in the world, the level is still insane.
The level is still good, and we fight every match to win points, and every tournament is opportunity to go up. And it's the many here is 125, so it's many points that we are playing for, and it's for also many chances that we have if we win a tournament here. So of course everybody is giving everything, and the level is high, and I think. Now that is like the last tournament in clay in Europe, it's even more tougher. And I will go to South America to play more clay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
3 tournaments.
To try and get your ranking up.
Yeah, try and get squeeze a little bit more my ranking, and try to get my ranking up. I would say it's tough to play main draw Australian Open next year. Really tough. I don't have many tournaments for that, but I have 5 more, counting with this one. But it's I would say I want to get more up in the rankings, because last year I also didn't make many points at this part of the year.
Some very quick questions here. Who does your Instagram?
It's me.
You all the time?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking. Sometimes it might be a family or...
It's not that active actually, so...
Fair enough. Tell us about the most painful loss, the most difficult, oh my goodness, this was a horrible defeat in your career.
For me this year, I would say 2. The first the first ATP I played in Estoril, I passed qualis, and then I was playing against Lestienne retired. I get the chance to play lucky loser, which is Jordan Sanchez, like 300 something in the rank. So I passed from not many high expectations playing against the 80 in the world to play. Then I'm favorite in the first round of ATP 250 at home. So it was I couldn't manage that well, and I lost not playing well. So it was a big disappointing for me. But I think I learned from that. The other one was in the semi-final challenger also in Portugal, with the home crowd full, and also my family there. I was winning against Comesana 7-5-4-1 in the semi-final of 125, and I lost the match like 7-6 and then 6-0. So for me it was really tough, that one, but also get new...
the Comesana one, where was that?
In Oeiras.
In Oeiras, okay, yeah.
And then I managed to win another tournament.
A few weeks later, right?
Yes, 2 weeks later.
Yeah. What about your most difficult opponent? That just like someone you've played, it's like, this is just, level is too much today.
The most difficult opponent? I thought...
Casper is the only top 10 player you've played?
Yes, I would say Casper. But I didn't felt like it was impossible today to win because I had my chances. I played a tiebreak, and I had my chances. But maybe yes, Casper.
Is cracking, as in getting into the top 100, is that like,
Yeah.
that's the next big thing? Because then you get main draws at slams most of the time.
It's
the
life is
goal.
way different. If you are top 100 or not, you are in the main draws of Grand Slam. Maybe not. You need to be like 90 for sure. But yeah, it's way different, and I think it's it's worth it to make a push to reach that, because I think it's everyone here. It's trying to come back. Even now at lunch, I was talking with Ramos, and he said my goal is to be top 100 again. A guy who won like 4 ATP titles, was 17 in the world, and at 36 years old is still pushing to be top 100. It's a big goal for everyone, and I think it's like a mark in your career.
What's your favorite tournament?
Favorite tournament that I played this year was Bastad in Sweden. Wow, it's amazing conditions there. I think the whole environment.
Was that where Rafa played?
Yes, yeah. Rafa played there, and also it was special because of that. And
Nuno as well.
Nuno, yes, Nuno won the tournament.
Yeah.
So yes, it was. I think the whole environment is perfect, and of course the tournaments in Portugal, the challenges are really good. But ATP in Portugal also special.
If you could win any tournament, including a Grand Slam, whatever, which would be the one that you would just, which would be the one that you would love to win?
Okay, I would say Davis Cup for Portugal.
Okay.
Or Roland Garros.
Okay, cool. Favorite food?
Favorite food. Favorite food, I would say risotto of mushrooms.
Nice. And is there a food that you don't like at all?
I eat a lot, everything. Maybe there's one thing that we eat in Portugal. I don't know what to say. The little thing that goes really slow on the.
It's a fish?
No.
Oh no, snail, caracoles.
Yeah, caracoles.
Caracoles.
Yes.
I speak Spanish, so I understand. Yeah, snails.
Many people like that in Portugal, but I just hate it.
Okay, fair enough. One more, which is, have you ever forgotten something? Have you gone to the airport, forgotten your passport, arrived at a tournament, forgot your racket, or I don't know?
When I was junior, I forgot my traveling bag at the residence. So I was doing the check-in, and I was, where is the bag? I had time to come back and get the bag and do the check-in. Yes.
Lucky, cool. I want you to do one more thing. I want you to look at the camera, Jaime, and I want you to say, "Hi, my name is Jaime Faria, and I'm a friend of the show."
Okay.
Try that. We've got a few. We can do this a few times.
Jaime Faria, a friend of the show. Hi, my name is Jaime Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaime. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.